Hey everyone, it's Tran back with another video. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but my last video was an update video to let you guys know what was going to be happening. And I told you guys that I'm going to be inactive for a little while, just because I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. There's still a lot of things going on, which is why I haven't been posting, but I'm going to be making a video that explains all of that once everything that's going on is done and settled with. There's just a lot of things going on in my life right now, and I really appreciate you guys being patient. And I hope you guys are excited for the videos that I have in store for you guys for the future. But that's not what this video is about. I wanted to make this video just because it's been a year since I made the last video. As you saw by the title of this video, I'm going to be giving you guys the inside scoop of what it's like living on your own as a teen. I made a video about a year ago when I first moved out, but it was like a month after I moved out, so I didn't really have much to really say or much experience. But I made a video just talking about what it's like living on your own at 18. So a year later, which is now, I'm gonna make an updated video about what it's like living on your own as a teen, and just talk about what I've learned in this past year of living on my own. I don't really remember what I said in my last video, but hopefully I say things that are a little bit different since I have a lot more experience living on my own now. I just wanna help people, and moving out is a really big step for people, especially if they move out like in the younger years. There's some people who live with their parents until they graduate college and all that, which is fine. But everybody has different situations and different circumstances. So if you do move out as a young teenager, I just made this video to give you guys some advice so that way you don't feel alone. One of the biggest things that I learned throughout living on my own, away from my parents in this past year, is life is so unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen next. So for example, me and Isaiah both had good jobs and we were just working and working and working. Both were getting paid no problem. Everything was going smooth. And the next day Isaiah was out of a job. It was nothing he did, it was just the whole company as a whole. And then we just started struggling a little bit because it was just me working and Isaiah planning on going back to school, so he had to find a job that worked around his school schedule, and things got pretty tough. I was getting so stressed about everything, and so was Isaiah. It was a rough couple of months for us, and it was really tough to get through. One day Isaiah got into a car accident and lost the car. I got a speeding ticket that we had to pay on. Just so many things can happen that you're not prepared for. So it's good to try to be prepared for those things. I know it's kind of hard to save money when you're living on your own, but before you move out, have that safety net for the unexpected life situations that will happen to you. But through all these unexpected things that happened throughout my life this past year that I wasn't ready for and that caught me off guard and that stressed me out, another thing that I learned through those situations is that I'll always get through it and that it'll always get better. In those couple of months of Isaiah not having a job and then just me working, I didn't think I would get through it. I figured we'd just end up being homeless. Something that I learned is that you can always get through it. Things will get better if you keep working and if you just don't give up. Now Isaiah and I both have good jobs and we plan on moving. Now we're moving into an actual house and getting out of this apartment. And it's very nice to know that all of our hard work is starting to pay off again. Because we had to work hard to get this apartment, then we had to work even harder to not lose the apartment because Isaiah lost a job, and now we're working harder to get our own house together. And it's just very exciting, and it's really great to know that even through the hardships of life, there's greater things to look forward to. You have to get through the bad to reach the good sometimes. But at first, I was so overwhelmed because I didn't think there was any good. I figured this would be it. I can't be an adult. I don't know how to do this. I was getting so overwhelmed. But just keep in mind and just tell yourself, things will get better. The bad can't last forever. So I learned that life is unexpected. Things always get better, and that the bad has to end at some point. Something that I learned a while ago, but it became more evident as an adult, that you really realize who's there for you and who isn't. You have people who say they're there for you or who are happy for you, but they're actually resentful and they actually try to do everything in their power to make sure you fail. I've had people in my life this past year that supported me, act like they were my best friend. They just ended up being the exact opposite. When I didn't do what they wanted me to do, they turned on me. Or they had something else to say that made me feel like, wow, that's not supportive, that's just being judgmental, you know what I mean? You really think you can trust somebody, and then they go and show their true colors. People really switch up on you. And I learned that throughout high school, but as an adult, it really hits you because you thought that you'd be over that petty stuff or that childish stuff. But some people just never grow up. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way in this past year. You think somebody's supporting you, but they're actually judging you and every decision you make. You think they want the best for you, but they try to get the worst out of you. It's just really difficult when you try to do better for your life and you try to be an adult and grow up, but you have people around you who act one way to your face, but another way behind your back. Being on your own as a teenager, people are trying to take advantage of you. I mean, like business people. Like for example, if you're interested in getting a car, there's gonna be car salesmen who will try to take advantage of you because you're younger and they think that you don't know what you're doing. Have somebody there for you that knows what they're doing and that can help you. Same thing for when you're looking at apartments. You have people show you apartments or even a house if you're looking to rent a house they'll show you all these places that have a lot of things wrong with them, but they're not going to tell you that because they think that since you're younger, they can take advantage of you and just get your money and bounce, or get your money and then you live or ride in something terrible. So you just got to be careful. The people will try to take advantage of you because of your age. Especially if you look younger, but you're actually older than what you look. You just got to be careful because people will take advantage of you for your age. And it's just something I learned the hard way throughout this past year. I can't really tell you any specific situations, but I know that I've experienced it so much throughout this past year. Last thing that I had to tell you guys, if you're living on your own as a teenager, or if you plan on living on your own as a teenager, just because you're young doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing when I moved out, because nobody does, because they haven't lived away from their parents before. But just because you're young, it doesn't mean you don't know right from wrong. It doesn't mean you don't have common sense. It doesn't mean you don't know what's the best decision and what's the worst decision. And you learn as you go. If somebody tells you that decision you're making is wrong, it might have been wrong for them, but it might be right for you. You just have to trust your gut and do what you think is best, but don't let somebody who is older than you tell you that what you're doing is wrong just because you're younger and you don't understand yet. If it feels right to you, then do it. If it ends up being wrong, you lived and you learned. You will get through it. That's what life is all about, making your own decisions and learning from them. You don't know what's the right decision and what's the wrong decision until you make that decision. So you have to just do what you feel is right, learn as you go, and learn from your mistakes, and don't make the same mistake twice. But just don't let somebody who is older than you make you feel inferior because you're younger, or make you feel stupid because you're young. If you want to move out on your own as a teenager, do it. Don't let anybody stop you, but at least make sure you're ready for it. And by ready, I just mean have a good job and be financially stable and smart. Save up some money, have a safety net, and then move out, but make sure you have a good job that can pay the bills, and don't get something that you can't afford. So just be smart about it, and I'm sure you can do it. Don't feel discouraged if things are going wrong, because as I said, you have to learn and live as you go. Life's unexpected, you have to get through it, but you will get through it. I think you can do it. This generation gets a lot of backlash for the things that we do or say, but honestly, I feel like we're the bravest and boldest generation, and I honestly, truly believe that we are the future. And we are doing so many great things so young. So if you live on your own, I think you can do it if you believe in yourself. Just make the decisions that you feel is right, and don't outsmart your common sense. I'm 19 years old. I moved out when I was 18. So if you think you can do it, then try it. The worst thing that you can do is fail, but you can always bounce back. To be honest with you, I forgot what I just said before. Those are 5 pieces of advice that I have for you guys. I just got off work. Give me a break. My mind is in sleep mode right now. I'm ready to take a nap. I'm sorry if the advice or the examples I gave was a little bit vague. I don't want to go too deep into my life because I have a whole video planned about it that goes in depth about like things I've been through and what I've learned, and plenty of story times over things that happened in this past year. So I have a lot of videos planned revolving my life in this past year and my life for the future. So I don't want to give out too much information, but I just want to give you guys an updated video about what it's like living on your own as a teen, and give you guys 5 pieces of advice that I learned I feel like are very important for you to know. With all that being said, I hope this video made sense for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on this video, share with your friends if you want to, or if you know anybody who needs to hear this message, or if you just want to share this advice about what it's like living on your own as a teenager, and share this video with that person, I'd really appreciate it. Definitely subscribe if you are new. I post videos, I try to post as frequently as I can. As I said, there's a lot of things going on in my life right now, but I will be posting very frequently, very soon. It'll all make sense once I make the video telling you guys what happened. But it's a good thing you can tap the bell so that you're notified whenever I do post, so that you don't miss out on a single video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. See you guys in the next video.